Welcome everyone to Loco Guides panel, which is part of the Go Loco Guides YouTube channel, the unofficial channel for everything related to the Loco Guides program. My name is Adrian. I'm a level 9 Loco Guide from Malaysia, and today I have a special episode for you today. I have three amazing guests, and we're going to be talking about TRAC. And this is part of the 10th anniversary of the Loco Guides program, which took place in January, and it's also the 20th anniversary of Google Maps. So it's a special edition video. And without much further ado, I'll let my guests introduce themselves.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Shola. I'm Nigerian and a level 10 local guide, and I'm also the host for TRAC 1000 Roads Added campaign on Google Maps. Thank you.
Cool.
Hello, this is Marco. I'm a local guide level 10. I'm from Italy, and I'm proud to be a member of the TRAC team.
Hello everyone, I am Prasad, level 10 local guide from India. I am also very proud member of this TRAC team.
Fantastic. So how many years have you been in the Local Guides program for all of you? Do you know roughly?
Yes, I have a long history about that because I actually have consciously accepted the invitation to be a local guide, I think 2 years before I became active.
Wow,
Right?
okay.
So I don't know, but I've been very active for 4 full years. Very, very active. So, but you could see I've been a local guide for 6 years plus, if you want, officially. I don't know. So,
Yeah. And Marco, Prasad, how many years have you been in the program?
I think that I have registered myself in the Connect, I think more than 5 years ago, but active, start learning and working 3 years ago, 4 years ago as an active member.
I am 6.5 years actually I have completed as a local guide. And recently I have been active for the last 3 years. Earlier I was not that active.
Fantastic.
very good.
So today's episode is all about TRAC, which is Thousands Road Added campaign. So I think Shola is the big boss here in terms of what the TRAC is all about. So first of all, tell us a little bit about what TRAC is for anybody else who's not familiar with it.
Okay, thank you for the big title. Otherwise, life for me is far more than titles and big chiefs and bosses and all that. I think Marco and I have worked together and talked together a lot. I don't mind being a big boss or anything. But meanwhile, the idea of TRAC was mine, right? So it dates back to 2023, right? What happened was, like, I've realized that most profiles on Google Maps still is added road comes to 0. If you check 100 profiles,
Yep.
you find 80 profiles. And I'm not trying to highlight the fact that Adrian still is on added road equals to 0. But anyway, that's by the way. But meanwhile, the thing is, I started into adding roads, and I read a lot of posts, Hermes and Jean, whatever. Sorry, excuse me, I can't pronounce his name well. But anyway, they made posts and they added routes and a few other local guides and connect moderators. And I followed their trends and I started adding routes. And I realized, wow, I could. And I got a few routes. And then I said to myself, this is going to be a long task and a long road. Like, I need others to help me. I couldn't do it alone. So how did I start about it? I spoke to an Indian local guide. He's called Love Patak 28. That's his username on Connect. So I said to him, I have this goal in my head. If we could mobilize other local guides to join us on adding roads, wouldn't that be grand? Wouldn't that be nice? Like, so we shared that idea for a week or two. So we devised, and I said, like, let's start with 1,000 roads. Let's see the response. Let's see how many local guides are going to respond. Like, I was new on Connect. I didn't have much fans. Like I said, if I called out at maybe 3 or 4, and then I know we can handle it. We can add 1,000 roads in 6 months. So we set up a Telegram group. We wrote a post on Connect and the idea and everything, and called out to local guides. And to my shock, like there was a huge response. And we wanted to go for 6 months for 1,000 roads. We added 1,000 roads in a few weeks. We started on the 23rd of March 2023. So Love Patak was the co-host at that time, and then a few others came on along. And by the time I knew it, I was blown out of the water. And our first target was our first goal for that year we met was actually 50,000 roads instead of the 1,000 roads. So March 23rd, 2023 was our first, and 24. So this is our third event.
And do you have
It's been
a
fun.
rough
It's been
idea?
very, very fun.
Do you have a rough idea of how many members are participating in TRAC?
Well, in the first year, I'll say we had about 80 local guides in the first year, but a whole lot of them were very motivated about the idea, but they didn't continue. Were not active. So on and off, we've had a few, maybe 50, maybe 40. But I think as of now, Marco here is our co-host, our able boss co-host. Like I had a message from him a while ago. We had 47 registered local guides as of now participating on TRAC.
And Marco and Prasad, how did you guys get involved in this campaign? And more importantly, why? What was it that interests you in it?
As I said, I joined the Connect Forum many years ago, but I think that 4 years ago I started to read and to study about Connect, about Google Maps, and how to add trail rather than roads. That's because I spent 6 months, a year, in another place, not in Milan, in Sardinia. And my friends know that I discovered that that place is a national park, and it is not represented in Google Maps on the street view. So my question was, what can I do to create to create a street view on this place? So I started to study. I bought all the cameras and whatever, and I met one guy on Connect that told me how can you add a trail. And so I started to create a trail and then a street view. And then one day I read about this campaign, what it is this. At that time, my contribution was 0. And I remember that I read exactly big 0. I read the message that say, shame on you. And so I have to fix this. I have to fix. And so I said, okay, Shola, I will be part of the TRAC campaign. So March 2023, 0 road added. And in 2 years, now it's how much? 100,000 and more, and counting. That is a huge.
You stand the risk of me turning over the whole TRAC into your hands and sitting back and doing nothing, Marco.
Yeah,
I mean, I could be serious about that.
Yeah, no, and the reason is not the real reason why you do this. The reason is because you are connected, because you find a lot of friends, because you like to do this, and one day you really understood that what you have done, it is appreciated by someone that you don't know who is. Just to give you a very small example, in Sardinia, where I am during this 6 months, there is a bar where I have my coffee in the morning that is in a public square. And every day there is someone, tourist, that with the car try to transit in that area that is a pedestrian. So one day after I joined the TRAC campaign, I say, oh, let's see. And looking at the map, the street was draw the street that go across the area. So I changed it, and now it is a private area. And in the last 3 years, I never saw anyone going there. So it's good for the others, for me, and for all of us, for the emergency services that can reach one point faster, and that is good for us. This is the real reason.
Fantastic. And Prasad, yourself?
Yes, I am also got motivated with this TRAC campaign. Before this 2023, before this TRAC campaign, I added some 10 roads maximum, but I have left it. There was no motivation because the job itself is tedious. So I left it. I forget about it actually. But that idea was there in my mind to do the roads, because that is one thing which helps the people. It is a Google Maps mainly used for navigation purpose. That idea was there in my mind. Then one fine morning, fortunately, I found this article, this post by Mr. Shola. He has given a lot of information there and a lot of motivation. Immediately, I have gone through that post. It really inspired me. And as well, he has shared one video also how to start, because I forgot almost. It was very easy. Immediately, I started this thing. I have filled the form and started drawing roads. Then I received a lot of help from Mr. Marco and Lucas. They were readily available on our Telegram channel. Whatever doubts are there, initially we get a lot of doubts. What is happening, we don't know. We submit some roads, but we don't get any approval. Like that, we get discouraged. But then I got motivation, the philosophy I understood. Then we started building, and that is the real thing. And the turning point is TRAC event, Captain Shola. That really helped me. I'm so happy that contributing for this. This is how
Yeah, speaking of Shola, he's disappeared from our feed. So
Captain is very busy, always busy.
So I'm gonna do a bit of a pause and see whether I can bring him back or find out why he's disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay, he's back in again.
Yeah. We lost you, Shola.
Yeah. Hi, Shola. You all good?
Are you aware of it? No.
I'm back now. Sorry, excuse me.
No.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, because you guys are all very much involved in TRAC, in terms of the Local Guides program, there's a huge variety of things that you can do within the program. You can be involved in reviewing places, you can be adding photos, adding videos, you could be checking business listings to make sure the information is correct. So out of all those different activities that you do on Local Guides, that you can do on Local Guides, is adding roads your main activity, or is it just one of several other things that you do on Google Maps as a local guide?
Yeah, I'll say for me, right? I was involved in photos a while ago, but since the installation of TRAC, I'll say the biggest bulk of my points on the Google Maps has come from adding roads. I mean, I have 22,000 roads now, and that's the biggest bulk of my points, right? But otherwise, I moved from level 6 to 9 in a few months, maybe 10 months or thereabout. I wrote a post about it. But I'd say for me now, it's the it's the main activity I do, because, well, I go out and I travel a lot, but you have to be a bit discreet sometimes to get photos of places in Google Maps for Google Maps in West Africa, right? And a bit of other things. So, but adding roads, it's at the convenience of my room, of my office, or my phone. So that is the most important thing for me. More so, I would love a situation whereby adding roads become as popular as writing review, share a picture of this place. That's one of my goals still that I hope one day all guides can, well, there's a road there to be added, just add it, instead of write a review, that will become as popular as that. Thank you.
Cool. Marco, yourself, is editing
Yes.
maps your prior? Okay.
Actually, is really my main focus is adding roads and especially also the street view is something that is missing, is not monitored, it's not controlled. But actually, I have done more than 200 kilometers of street view. And I'm
Wow.
working on a great project about photos because I discussed this with my captain since a couple of years now. The problem of the photo, the picture is that many people use Google Maps as their personal storage. And I have the opportunity to look at the photos.
1 minute, excuse me.
Sorry?
I'll be back 1 minute.
Okay.
Go on.
And I say that many people are using Google Maps as a personal storage of photos that they don't tell you anything. So I'm trying to find a way to create stories with the photos. So when you go to a place, you have, if you want, to place pictures or photos that tell to the other something. I'm not interested to see 25 pictures of your marriage dancing or about the spaghetti dish. Nobody is interested, honestly. But this is what you find on Google Maps and also on the local. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this. I'm already talking with someone in Connect and also outside Connect with other people outside Connect, but involved in Google about this project. And we will see how it's coming.
Okay. So before we go on to Prasad and his answers, do you find Connect a useful platform to reaching out to other local guides and coordinating and finding like-minded people and doing stuff like this?
Let's say yeah. No, the answer is always positive. This is the reason why I'm here with you all, because I really like this. You find many people that are willing to help you, and they really help you. The problem is that when there is a problems that we don't know how to solve, in my opinion, the Connect is closed. Is all about us. So if we don't know how to solve, even if there are Googlers, they never give us an official answer. I mean, we have problems with TRAC, we arise the problem. We have, when I see the top 100, and you look at some people that are having something like 300,000 photos loaded, all of them equal. You highlight this problem, and he is still there after 2 years. And this is the problem with our problem. Prasad and Shola know the approval rate. Okay, we have a problem. We arise the problem, and everybody are willing to help. I learn a lot about tracking campaign, about editing. I'm talking with Potaro in Japan about the street view. He gave me a lot of hints. That is fantastic with Hermes, with the Morten, with a lot of people, very, very helpful. But then we stop. There is no help outside. There is no Google support, in my opinion.
So what I'm hearing is that within the community, there's a lot of interest and passionate people.
Absolutely.
But then when you want to get support from the Google team, it's difficult and challenging, and they're moving very slowly.
It's absolutely, excuse me to come in. I mean, we should be letting Prasad talk now. Like the support from the Google team has been very little or nothing. Because every year we have to come to the Google team. Like the approval is very erratic, Adrian. I'm sure that's no excuse for your added road zero, right? But we'll get back to that. I'm sure you'll sort it out in due course, right? But meanwhile, the support has been very little. The recognition is nothing. We haven't gotten any. We don't care about recognition, but just tools to make our track campaign or adding roads improve, make it
Yeah.
worthwhile. Like that's all I've been clamoring about. For instance, the approval rate has gone down to 0 again. And for 3 weeks it was up, and it could get 100 approvals daily, which is good, but it's gone down again. So all through the year, it's been up and down and up and down. We need a stable platform and a stable assistance so that
Yes.
people
Yeah.
don't be running away from adding roads. A lot of people are running away and shying away. It's just a few of us, Prasad, Marco, MS, Lucas, that are bold to stand the storm that stick with it.
Yep. Totally
So,
understand that.
sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, okay, back to Prasad. Is editing maps your number one activity to the program, or are you also active in other areas?
I am as well participating in other areas also, reviews and photos, videos. Almost more than 1,000 reviews are there, and some more than 2,000 photos, and around more than 1,000 videos also have this thing. And I answer a lot of questions. 32,000 questions I have answered on this thing on app that also have done. And the road adding is the highest thing. That is 21,000 roads I have so far added. That's the big this thing. As our friend said, the approval is not steady. That is the main problem. Sometimes we get approval quickly, sometimes we don't get at all. But because of our experience, we are not seeing the results. We are simply adding roads. Whether campaign is there or not there, that much motivation the campaign has given me. I'm adding roads as and when I find time. I don't wait for the results. When the results come, I don't see. So we are continuing that one. And on top 100, I think recently the top 100 is there, that's the champion. I am the second person actually. So I am as well contributing in other areas. Not only maps, it's a passion that I'm continuing.
And so you're equally as excited for the other areas as well. You're happy to do in all the various bits, I guess.
Pardon?
You're excited to be active in all the other areas as well, I guess.
Yes. Other areas also.
Cool.
I'm actually participating.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah.
So just from my understanding of my, I don't know. Okay, from my understanding of editing maps, my perspective on it as an outsider, because I'm not involved in TRAC. I'm trying to be involved in TRAC this year. So I have 0 rows added, which is quite an achievement,
anyway,
I would say.
Look, we're sorry about that, Adrian, but we'll help you fix it up, okay? So don't worry about it.
Yeah. But my perspective on it is that editing maps is not something that the general public is likely to do, either because they're not aware they can do it, or they just don't see the need to do it. It's not as attractive as writing a review and adding photos, which is, I don't know whether it's a shorter or easier activity to do, because it depends, but I don't know. But so my segue to this is that if we want to get better support from the Google Maps team, they need to understand that, again, so just to tie back, it's like if they don't see a lot of people editing maps, then they won't allocate the resources to support all that, right? It's based on popularity in a sense. So if we want to make Google Maps pay more attention to editing maps and providing better support there, then we need to increase the number of people editing maps as well, right? So it's kind of like a chicken egg thing, which one comes first? So this leads me to this special campaign that you guys are working on, which starts from 1st of March, if I got it, my information right?
Yes.
So tell me more about this campaign that's coming up and what's special about it and what you're doing with it.
Well, Marco is a co-host, and he's doing a lot of work in the background. I mean, I have to say that honestly. I like kudos to him. But normally 23rd of March was the date we instituted it, and we start every 23rd of March. We've done for 6 months twice, but 6 months is too long and a bit stressful for me having to work in real life. Like I'm a
Yeah.
missionary and I travel a lot and I, in the gospel. But so we reduced it to 3 months because we realized that it's not all about the length of time. Like you have said, it's about the workforce, the amount of workforce we get. So we could equally get enough work done in 3 months if we have, let's say, 100% than having to have 50 local guides and work in 6 months,
Mhm.
right? So, like, we are starting on the 1st of March 2025 because of the anniversary, the 10th anniversary of local guides and the 20th anniversary of Google Maps. So we are starting 1st of March, full March, full April, and full May. That's one. The second thing is that normally we've always had a set target to meet. We've made 50,000 and 100,000 roads. So we decided that this year we'll do a different thing, just for a bit of excitement and a bit of fun. You know how, like, walking and having fun. I like a lot of fun anyway. So we decided we're going to pair up into three groups on the team. And we're going to be, what would you say, working as a team, 3 teams. And then the team with the highest number of roads wins the campaign. That's one. Two, but it still stands that we will add up the number of the other 2 teams, and then we would see how far we can go liberally, freehand. So that's what we're doing. 1st of March 2025, we start. We'll be in 3 teams. We'll have no target. But let's see which of the teams works better, are more motivated. But maybe Marco should say the rest. Thank you.
Yes, Adrian, you say the right thing. The adding roads is not a popular activity, as you know. Many people could be interested when they discover that for each road that you add, you got 15 points. So if you are interested in points and climb very, very fast the ranking of the local guides, driving, adding roads is fantastic. I mean, in very short time, you can reach level 10 and have a lot of points if you want.
Mhm.
Said that, the real problem is that it's difficult. You do not have any rewards about adding roads, and you need to find the people that work with you in the track campaign one by one. You have to go there. We had in these days the opportunity to understand this because we send an invitation. We have a lot of people that join, but many of them they forgot, or you go and you check. I look at many people, something like 4,000 people inside Connect, how they are positioned with the roads, and I'm inviting them one by one. And today we have received a lot of yes, Shola, we have received a lot of acceptance of people that willing to be in the track campaign. So the more we are, and the more we can create interest and attraction into the Googles. So this is the real reason.
Cool. And then, out of curiosity,
cool.
you guys are stretching your campaign to 3 months. Is that because it takes that long for a road to get approved? Because I'm thinking about it, is that if you want to attract people to take part in this campaign, is 3 months too long a time to attach yourself to a campaign, or should it be shorter? But if it's shorter, do you have other logistic issues that you come across because roads don't get approved that quickly? So there's so many things that affects your decision making. So how do you approach that?
Yeah, for me, sorry, Marco, please let me train. For me, it's just exactly what you said.
Mhm.
Like the approval comes, it's very erratic. The last campaign we've had approvals every 24 hours at exactly 12 12 hours
Yes,
GMT, 12 p.m.
Yeah.
We've had we come on the Telegram group and our approvals comes in bulk, hundreds. I had 100, I had 200 easily every 24 hours, right? So that's one. Two, then the time for it to be updated on your profiles, to be able to say, we've added so much roads, right? So like the 3 months, I'll say is just enough. It shouldn't be more than that, and it shouldn't be any less for you to be able to get any substantial quantity of roads added, to be able to see your work reflect on the profile. That's why I think 3 months is just okay. And meanwhile, I realized that the AI is still involved, trust level. So you couldn't do something in a month, for instance. The AI is just starting to realize that, oh, there's a profile starting to add roads, and the approval is starting to go your way, and and then it's off. So you have to take maybe a month, 2, and then 3, and then you're acclimatized and you know the thing, and then the figures come out, and then you're fine, you're good to go.
You guys basically just need to be more like Prasad, where he's an all-rounder. When TRAC is waiting for approval, then you do reviews, you do photos, you do everything else.
Anyway, kudos to Prasad. I'm happy about that. That's very good. But I think I'm down to TRAC. I speak to see mine and Marco. Marco, we own TRAC now. It's for now, isn't it, Marco? Yes.
Yes, sir.
But anyway,
I lost you, Shola.
Shola,
yes,
we are
I
not
was
getting
saying
it.
TRAC is for us. TRAC is for us. Right?
Mhm.
So I'm a bit selfish about it, and I'm wanting it to work. So, well, maybe I'll try Prasad's approach later, reviews and photos, like 1,000, 5,000 photos or something. Anyway, for now, I'm on roads.
Well, hopefully this video will be able to attract more attention on the TRAC campaign and get people involved in it. I had a little experience with it because since joining TRAC, since joining TRAC, I've joined your group chat. I've picked up a lot of information on how to add it and add roads. So it's been very interesting, and I think that people should be more involved in this, and hopefully people who watch this can take part in the campaign. Is there a deadline to signing up for this, or just as long as before the 1st of March?
It is open throughout the 3 months. It can be joined. People can join.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay,
If anytime
fantastic.
people
Thank
can
you,
join.
Prasad.
Am I right?
Yeah.
That's true.
Let's say that usually what we are doing is when we start the campaign, I also started to trace the performance of every person. And we were used to have a weekly running chart so that everybody can see how they are performing. So we will do the same also this year. I'm working on this running chart. So they're going to be the 3 chart one for each group, and then a general one to see how we are competing.
Everybody.
This, even
that's
if
right.
Shola always say that this is not a competition, and this is correct. It's not a competition because we love to teach the people. But anyway, at the end of the day, some fun is okay. So
Marco, are you a teacher or a coach by any chance?
Well, both.
I was.
It sounds very much like you got to do this.
I'll say something, Adrian, regarding signing up. We, for this year anyway, we would leave it open, right?
Yeah.
But we don't like the idea of somebody coming in the last week or 2 and they say, well, you can't get any approval, and then, so we would like people would like to give
Nice.
would like to give, like,
Exactly.
we want as much as possible to try and register within the first, before the track starts, and even within the first month, so that we can get a tangible result. So, like, you talking about this video getting out, I hope the Google team would read it, would watch it, right? the things we've clamored for, we've been advocating for, badge on road, and that has never received a response, right?
Yeah.
The second thing is, for such a thing like adding roads, like 15 points is, excuse me to say, too small. It's not all about points. But if it can be increased a wee little bit, maybe one more, maybe two, maybe even 20 points, like that will help the traffic or flow of local guides towards adding roads. Realize that it's the most technical activity on the Google Maps. It's the most technical. It's the most important thing. A map is all about roads first before
Yeah.
other things. So we're talking about badges, we're talking about the points, and then we're talking about a stable level of approval system. And if we have these three things in place, like in a short while, like we'll have hundreds of people, of local guides flocking towards adding roads and edits and everything. Of course, we haven't had no official, what would you say, talk or post or lecture on adding roads. Official, what I mean by Googlers giving us tips or ideas. We haven't ever had that. All we have used has been Prasad has post, Marco has post, Love Patak had post, and we just gathered our ideas and we learned by our own mistakes and innovations. Well, if Google can put certain of these things in place, it will help us.
Yep,
Thank you.
totally agree with that. Yeah.
Yes.
So besides TRAC, because 2025 is a big milestone year for the Local Guides program, for Google Maps, is there anything else that you guys are interested in? Have you been eyeing certain campaigns that other Local Guides have organized, or certain things that you're looking to start and do? So I'll start that question with Prasad first.
Yes, I am also interested in participating in other activities. Recently, I have participated in your logo and T-shirt.
Yes.
And as and when I find time, I'm participating actively in other years also as well. I'm very much happy to participate. And
Cool.
Connect is such a wonderful place where I get a lot of help and a lot of response, lot of this is my quality of contribution is getting improved. In fact, what I have to do, what I should not do. And regarding TRAC, I get immense help from Mr. Shola, Mr. Marco, Mr. Lucas. They helped me a lot on Telegram channel. They motivated me. As Mr. Shola said, the process is very tedious. The number of steps involved in adding road, it is very tedious. We won't get happy to add unless we receive some motivation. So they have motivated me a lot actually. And unofficial posts, a lot of posts are available on roads. Hermes and Loco, Shola and Marco, Lucas. Myself also added some posts how to add roads on desktop, on Android, and iOS devices. So they will help people, and we expect a lot of people to join this campaign. So millions of roads are there to draw, and Google Maps is mainly used for navigation. So unless we all participate, this cannot be completed. So this is what I expect.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And for the rest of you guys, Marco, Shola, are you just going to focus on TRAC for the rest of the year?
Shola?
Yeah, for me, no. TRAC is just like I'm a community kind of a person.
Yeah.
I'm a community-wide person. I like to build communities. I like to bring local guides together to interact. I like to encourage wherever there is interactions to grow. Right. That said, I haven't a solid thing planned out, but as the year unfolds and the celebration, I have other ideas in my mind. Like I like Naresh. Naresh is really bubbling up the community. He's nearly taking up any space. You know what I mean? Not blocking anybody, but like different ideas that he's taking that. So I have a few ideas down my sleeve I'd like to bring up to all, but the main thing is as long as it will foster interactions in the community, make local guides work together. I think I still have, sooner or later I'll I'll send up one of my ideas. I have done something like that before, so I'll bring it up again. So, but I'm not going to tell you, Adrian. Sorry.
Okay, sure. I look forward to finding out what they are.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Marco?
And from my side, yes, this next 3 months is, let's say, focus on the track campaign. This because also as a cost, I like to work on the chart, so I have on a weekly basis to control everything. I study enough to set up an automatic activity that is doing this for me, 80%. So I have to do also manually. But this year, I think that it's going to be more efficient. Then I have already put the basis to work on this project for the image, for the picture, because I would like to discuss, to create a discussion forum like this one, to discuss how we can improve what we are doing, because we are doing a great job, but I'm sure that the community, the local guides, that we can do really better and teach to the people how to tell a story with the picture. And then lastly, I have to finish my project. That is this one that you see. These are all the roads. This is an island where I do the street view. This is everything that I've done. I still miss some part. And this summer, I'm going to finish this island.
Wow.
And it's going to be a project that I think that I will show something
That's a good idea.
September, October. Yes. So this is what I'm doing now.
So when you finish
Adrian,
the whole island, do they name the island after you?
I wanted to. No, I would like. But anyway, now I know that I have on this street view 1.3 million of views of people that saw my street. I wrote a post about this last year. A guy that was walking there, he stopped me and asked if I was the guy that take the street view, and that was fantastic. And say, this is my award, saying,
Yes,
hey, you
yes.
were the guys. And I should finish this year, and I want to write something or to create a few minutes video to explaining what I've done and share this experience with all the local guys that has helped me, because there are, as we said, there are many of them that give me idea and hints on how to do. And first of all, that they support and they push me to start. The most difficult is the starting point. That is really difficult, usually. And you will see now, then you are approaching the TRAC team, that it's not easy to start. That is not easy.
Yeah.
But at the end, it's good.
Yeah, so
I have a question for
Google...
Marco, Adrian, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Please.
Yep.
Like, does the street view tell me, like in adding roads, like I often switch from the satellite mode to other modes, like the blue lines, do they help in the adding of the roads, would you say?
No, technically are totally different concept. They are not linked. In the beginning, I do remember that I was discussing this point with a local guide, because I took the street view of a path that was going from a road, an asphalt road, to a dirt road down to the sea, in this picture that you see behind me. And they told me, no, you cannot do this because there is no road. There is no road on the map. On the satellite view, you can see the trail. I say, but there is a trail, and I walk down to that trail every day. So I know very well this. So I I do again a street view with the camera. It's 360 camera with the GPS, external GPS and whatever. And at the end, the system, maybe like for the road, has approved it after a couple of months, has approved my street view. So there is no road, but there is a street view. This is the difference.
Oh, I see. I
You
see. So,
can check
question.
the place where I go, and it's like this one.
Like one more question. Don't mind, I'm a big boss on things in track. There's still a lot I don't know.
Mhm.
Right? So, like, to be able to be, let's say, 95% sure of your route that you're drawing, it is the only proof still on zooming in and making sure it's very visible? Or could you switch over, like, is there any other method you could use to be at least 95% sure of this thing I'm drawing as a road?
This is a difficult question, but at the end of the day, we all understood that yes, there is artificial that support us. I don't call intelligence because now it's only artificial, in my opinion, that is supporting us. But the real point is that when you draw a line, a road, you must be sure that you are pointing in the middle and very well. I mean, we tested many times doing roads under the trees or in the shadow. That is quite difficult, and 90% are rejected. But if you point the roads every time that you see the road behind the trees, that will be approved. And we know that there is a certain level of, I don't know how to say in English, of trust on what we are doing. So I think that the system also sometimes trusts what you are doing. In the doubt, to say, okay, has been done by Prasad, so let's approve anyway, even if it's really difficult. But it's like this. In my opinion, it's like this. I mean,
Mine will be like rejected, first time user.
no, rejected, no. They will be forgotten easily. That is different because they say, wait, and after 3 months,
Yes.
they will be deleted.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But this happen if you will draw a road in one place, then in another place, then in another. If you focus on a specific area and you stay there and you draw 10 or 20 roads, the system in less than 1 week will understand what you're doing, and the approval rate is going to be very, very fast and very high.
Thank you.
So
Yes.
there are
That's
some
good to know, yeah.
way of doing this.
Okay.
And moreover, the beginners should start small roads. They should not start complex roads. Always,
Exactly.
that is very important. Beginners,
Yes.
as we discussed, some trust level has to be built up. So before that, we should draw a small roads. Now, don't take up complex roads, and always connect to the existing white roads. And some roads which are drawn but not approved, they will be visible as orange roads. We should not connect anything to the orange road. That will not get approved. So these precautions we have to take, beginners, I feel.
Yeah. You guys are like a big like book of knowledge in terms of adding roads to Google Maps. So it's amazing just the amount of experience that you guys have had, and you know what works, what doesn't work, and all that stuff. So if anybody's interested in adding roads to maps, you definitely do need to join the TRAC campaign. Join the campaign, be part of the group chat, and you can learn so much more about what you need to do, because I've also picked that up. So it's a really, really exciting campaign, and I'm excited to give it a try. Hopefully I can make it through the 3 months. I know Marco will be there, making sure that I'm there for the full 3 months. As we wrap up the discussion for today, do you guys have any last words you want to shout out to, or give any kudos or anything that you want to say?
Well, I have to say, I've gotten a lot of support from local guides,
Mhm.
like Lucas, like Jay, like Santosh, a few local guides that have been a big support. Of course, Marco, Prasad, and a few local guides from the Indian community have been very good. TG hasn't been bad. Naresh, for instance, Hermes, some of those local guides and fellow moderators have been very good to help, to join, to motivate. But like I still would hope that there'll be more interactions. Ask questions. Like what you don't know, share what you know and tell us what you don't know. That's a good way forward on this.
Yeah.
So we'd hope that with time there'll be more awareness. Meanwhile, this coming season will be great fun. I promise it'll be great fun. And then we have a meetup on Saturday. Prasad is a big man into that. And it'll be just basic, simple steps, adding roads, what you could do, presentation. So this Saturday is going to be, I hope to be a lot of, I hope Prasad would motivate the Indian community to come. He has done that. So thank you, Adrian, as well. Thank you for this. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Shola.
Thank you.
Okay, so before I go, I have also one promo to mention. So as you know, this is the milestone year for the Local Guides program, and the community are kind of working around an idea for 12 months of celebrations. So throughout the whole of 2025, we have allocated different themes to different months. So March will be related to TRAC, April is related to Earth Day, and then May is the leaderboard, and June is meetups, and so on and so forth. So every month there's a different theme. So we're trying to use that as a way to kind of focus a little bit more on the different areas in the Local Guides program and just do a spotlight on it and try to get more attention, get more active members involved and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to know more about all those things, especially the TRAC campaign and how to sign up for it, all the links and will be added into the video description, and also to Prasad's meetup this weekend. I'll add that to the video description as well. So as quickly as possible, I hope to get this video out soon.
It's actually a TRAC meetup or meetup, not Prasad, sorry.
Oh, it's your regular meetup, is it?
Yes, it's our meetup, it's TRAC meetup.
TRAC meetup.
But he's about the main meetup man on TRAC. He does more the meetup aspect of TRAC a lot.
Fantastic. Okay. I'll put all the information I can find into the video description, so click on it and find out more about the program. If you want to know more about what Local Guides is all about, you can also go onto the official website at g.co/localguides. And we are also at the official forum at localguidesconnect.com. This video channel is not official. We're just a community and we're just excited and passionate about the program. And we try to share our passion across as many social media accounts as possible. So do join us on Connect, do join us on TRAC as well, and find out more about adding maps to this amazing group of people here. Okay, thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Adrian.
All right, thanks, bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye, Shola.
Bye, Shola. Loco.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.